Hey y'all, what's up? This is your boy Evan. Welcome to the Cartoon Block. I had a chance to sit down and talk to the great character designer and storyboard artist, Lynell Forstall. He's worked on some of the shows that you all know and love, like Boondocks, Johnny Bravo, and Iron Man. He talks about how to become a better artist and tips on how to get in the animation industry. Get back here in a few seconds and check out the interview.
I've been drawing ever since I was 4 years old. Some of my childhood influences were, I was a big fan of Tom Hatton. He's actually the guy who taught me how to draw. I used to watch his TV show where he would draw Popeye cartoons. I remember sitting in front of the TV as a little kid, eating a fried bologna sandwich or a little bowl of Cheerios and stuff, and watching Tom Hatton sit at that big desk and draw Popeye and show Popeye cartoons. And that was the first time I ever thought to pick up the pencil. But growing up, I was really influenced by G-Force, Gotcha Man to the Japanese animation fans. But I watched G-Force as a little kid. I watched Robotech, G.I. Joe, Transformers. I loved, Japanese anime influence when it came over here to America. Voltron, I liked all that kind of stuff. I didn't go to a full-time art school growing up, but I did take classes. As I got older, I did take a life drawing class at Cal State Palm Beach. I got into animation through unconventional means. This is how I got my first job. I was working at a really, really bad Cadillac dealership in West Covina. We were doing like weird telemarketing, and we were supposed to like smooze the people who were getting their cars worked on. And there was this guy, he had a Warner Brothers t-shirt on, and we were supposed to schmooze all the people who were getting their car service. And everybody kind of knew that I drew in my free time and stuff, and I was into comics and animation and stuff. So I walked up to him and I was trying to schmooze them for references and stuff. And in the meantime, when nobody was looking, I was like, "Hey, you work at Warner Brothers? How do you get in there?" And he said, "Yeah, you just show your portfolio." And he said, "Do you have a portfolio on you?" I was like, "Yeah, I got one in my car." And I ran to my car, pulled out the portfolio, and I showed it to him. It had all this like superhero comic book stuff in it. He was like, "I work in more of the traditional Warner Brothers animation style at the studio, and I'm not really into action adventure or the comic stuff. But there's a guy who does. His name is Gary Hartle." I called him up and I showed him my portfolio, and he was like, "Yeah, this is pretty good. Some of the comic book stuff that was in it." And he said, "Yeah, but you need more life drawing." So in the brief time before they actually started production, I took a life drawing class at Cal State Long Beach. I called him up again and I was like, "Hey, any work on that Mortal Kombat cartoon?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm not producing that anymore. But this other producer is going to be producing it. His name is Mike Gogan." I got his number. He told me to come down and show my portfolio. I showed it to him. He liked it. And a week later, I ended up working in animation. And Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm was the first job I ever had. And I was pretty terrible at it. But it was the first job. Every animated job it's a learning experience. You learn from your mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm still making mistakes. I got in the animation business by meeting a guy at a car dealership. The job that I was hired for on Mortal Kombat was a character designer. Basically, all these characters like this. When we send this stuff overseas to Korea to animate, or to the storyboard artists, you have to design the characters. You have to dress them up in different costumes, and that's what I was hired to do. After Mortal Kombat, I worked on Men in Black, Johnny Bravo, Time Squad, Jackie Chan Adventures, He-Man, Dragon Tales, Boondocks, Iron Man, the direct-to-video, Doctor Strange, the direct-to-video, Legion of Superheroes, Wonder Woman, direct-to-video, and Batman Brave and the Bold. If I have any advice for anybody coming up and wanting to get into animation or any kind of art career, especially animation, take life drawing, but also study other things, traditional art skills like background design or painting. There's a field and there's a department for everybody in animation, or people who have the talent and like to draw, and they have the enthusiasm, and they're dedicated to the people they work with and dedicated to the show they work with. One of the best bits of advice I got from Gary Hartle was he told me that I needed life drawing, and I got into a life drawing class at Cal State Long Beach. And years later, we're working together on different shows and stuff, and I was like, "Hey Gary, why did you ever hire me?" And he says, "Because you did what I told you to do." And that is probably one of the weird keys of working in this business. do what you're told. For all the kids out there who want to draw or who want to work in animation, especially like TV animation or even the feature stuff, draw constantly. You have to have a love for it and a passion for it. Also, you know, being a character designer might not be your forte. Drawing vehicles, drawing weapons, drawing the Batmobile. You might dig on drawing stuff like this. There's a job for people who draw the Batmobile. There's jobs for people who draw props and backgrounds. Thankfully, I work in animation. I work here at WB, and I work with a lot of great people. We have a great time. We get to play with toys. We get to draw goofy pictures all day. We get to watch TV and watch cartoons and get to go to all these cool things like the Comic-Con, and it's so much fun. You get to be a kid, you know, until you're an old man. You can't push that pencil anymore.
Hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Lynell. To check out interviews with other animators, here they are.